Today on Live from the Man Cave, a world without faith. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You better bring your big boy and big girl pants today, because I'm going to sock it to you. Well, I hope you're having a great day, and it's Friday, and Labor Day weekend's coming up. 3 days of hopefully rest, relaxation, and maybe even reflection. Looks to be a great weekend here in Virginia Beach, so pretty excited about being able to get outside and do fun stuff. Now, if you've been following us recently, hello Chandler, you'll remember we've been having technical issues all the time. Now, on Wednesday, we had connection issues, and Facebook just dumped it. It was a router thing. I don't know why. I have a pretty new router set up, so not sure why that happens. But I'm telling you this to remind you that if you are a faithful follower of Live from the Man Cave and Intentional Faith, I tape every single thing that I do. So right there, right there, put that back. Thank you. Right there, I'm taping it, so I can always put it up later if we happen to drop a connection for some reason. I can't hear you, music too loud. Okay, turn the music off. Thank you. Feedback is always wonderful. We like to have music sometimes. It's too loud. All right. So, yeah, so that's that. Anything else? We have Monday Morning Moment coming up, and I have an announcement about that at the end because I haven't made up my mind about something. But, okay. A world without faith. You're probably wondering where the heck I'm going with this. So have you ever wondered, have you ever considered at all what the world would look like, what the world would be like without any connection to God or any understanding of who Jesus was and what he did for all mankind? Have you ever thought about that, considered it, what it would look like? Well, you probably haven't. And you probably haven't because, like most rational people, the possibility of that happening is fairly remote, or at least in our own minds. Okay, so full stop right there. Here's where this is going. I'd like to suggest that all of us, that we all start paying attention to the steady removal of God from every aspect of our culture. Yeah. Now just ponder that for just a second. And if you haven't pondered it, well, I don't think you're paying attention because it hasn't happened overnight. It's happening slowly but surely. But here's the deeper question. Why is it happening? Why is it happening? Okay. As many of you know, there's a lot going on in the country right now. And this has kind of prompted my talk to you today, my discussion. Because there are places, you know where they are, where it just seems like there's total and complete lawlessness. And it seems like evil is in control. It's just a fact. All you have to do is turn on the TV. You can't miss it. And so I have to wonder what the heck is going on. Well, it reminds me of things you see in the movies sometimes, which, of course, I'm a big movie guy. I love movies. And I was reminded of a really good movie that came out in 2010 starring one of my all-time favorite actors, Denzel Washington. Gary Oldman as the bad guy, and he's such a good bad guy, Gary. He's probably a great guy in real life, and man, he can really play the villain. And Mila Kunis is the young, apprentice figure. But the name of the movie is The Book of Eli. Now, you may have seen it. You may not have. I'm not sure if it got a lot of huge press when it came out. In fact, I saw it on TV for the first time. But it is a remarkable film. And what I'm going to do is read to you right now the trailer for the movie. So if you haven't seen it, you have some idea what it's about. If you don't remember, if you've seen it, then this will help you. All right, listen up. 30 years after war turned the world into a wasteland. And then we're talking post-apocalyptic type of world. Gone. A lone warrior named Eli, played by Denzel, marches across the ruined landscape carrying hope for humanity's redemption. Only one other man understands the power of what Eli carries, and he is determined to take it for himself. Now, that other man is a guy named Carnegie, played by Gary Oldman. Though Eli prefers peace, he will risk death to protect his precious cargo, for he must fulfill his destiny to help restore mankind. Are you getting the picture here? Now, those of you that have seen this movie, you know the answer to this. But those of you that haven't, what do you think it is that's the precious cargo that Eli is carrying? What exactly is it that he's got that is the hope for humanity's redemption? And remember, we're in a post-apocalyptic world here. There is no law. It's pretty bad. Well, you can probably imagine what Eli has is the last or the only known copy of the Bible in existence. The only one. All of the others lost in the apocalypse. Somehow, God chose Eli to guard the last remaining book of the Bible. So, why is that a big deal? Why is it important? And more importantly, why is it so important to Carnegie that Carnegie get this Bible from Eli? Well, let me set a little backstory here. Carnegie is a small-time hood who pretty much is in charge of a town, what's left of a town. And he's pretty much got everybody under his thumb. He's an older guy. So he's pretty much got everybody under his thumb. Everybody kowtows to Carnegie, and he pretty much controls things. You can see where this is headed? Yeah, he's the big kahuna. Now, he is old enough to remember life before the apocalypse, okay? 30 years previously. He understands and he knows what's in the Bible. Yeah. You see where this is headed? Okay, so he is all about getting a hold of that Bible. Here's why. He knows that if people saw or heard the sheer depth of hope and redemption that come from the pages of the Bible, he would be powerless. The people would leave him in a millisecond because they found something far better than Carnegie. So if this Bible got out, people started reading it, Carnegie would lose all of his power. He understands that. See, good versus evil. So this is why the Bible is so important. And I think there's a message there for us in this day and age. Yeah, slowly but steadily removing God, you're giving other people power over you. And at some point, like some of these people in the book of Eli, we won't even remember who God is. God help us if that ever happens. Now, I don't want to be a spoiler alert for you if you haven't seen the movie, but I want to read you something that it's a prayer that Eli has at the end of the movie. there are a lot of twists and turns. It's a cool movie. It is on Netflix, a check. So if you got Netflix, which we all do, go check it out. Denzel's the best, and he does a great job. Here's a prayer that that Eli says at the end of the movie, towards the end of the movie. Now I got to tell you, the friend that he refers to in this prayer is Mila Kunis, who is kind of his apprentice. So listen to this. We should all pray this at the end of our lives. I hope I don't get choked up, because he gets me. Dear Lord, thank you for giving me the strength and the conviction to complete the task you entrusted to me. Thank you for guiding me straight and true through many obstacles in my path, and for keeping me resolute when all around seemed lost. Thank you for your protection and your many signs along the way. Thank you for any good that I may have done. I'm so sorry for the bad. Thank you for the friend I made. Please watch over her as you watched over me. Thank you for finally allowing me to rest. I'm so very tired, but I go down to my rest at peace, knowing that I have done right with my time on this earth. I fought the good fight. I finished the race. I kept the faith. And that last part, of course, is from 2 Timothy 4:7. Yeah, what I want you to remember from that, knowing that I have done right with my time on this earth. Do you know what that means? Do you have a concept of what doing right means? Well, that's something we're going to focus on coming up soon, because I think right now many of us have no clue what right means. For some of us, what doing right means is looting and pillaging. We got to get back to the true source of what is right, and that's the good Lord above. Yeah, you got to check out the Book of Eli. It's one of those movies, it's kind of like Forrest Gump. I can watch it again and again and again because it just gets you, and it's just so well done. All right, so I want to talk about this guy, Chadwick Boseman. Now, many of you know who he was. He just recently passed from colon cancer at a pretty young age, and I will confess, I knew of him, but I didn't know much more about him other than he was an actor. Well, I went back today and looked, and man, he's been in a lot of films, and a lot of films that I have seen. And so I went, oh yeah, he's that guy. So why would I bring this up? Well, I'm on Twitter occasionally just to see what people are saying about things. And this guy tweeted the following thing that apparently Chadwick Boseman said at one point. I want to share it with you in case you hadn't heard this. Apparently this is a prayer from Chadwick Boseman. When I stand before God at the end of my life, I would hope that I would not have a single bit of talent left and could say, I used everything you gave me. Wow. Well, it dawned on me why I really didn't know much about him, because clearly he got it. He understood there's more to life than acting. There's more to life than it's all about me, which seems to be pervasive in society these days. And what that means is he was a humble man. He knew where his gifts came from, obviously, and he spent his life trying to make the best out of the gifts that God gave him. The example I would take from that is that, and we've talked about this, recognize the gifts you've been given. Understand how the Lord wants you to use them. And then be humble when you enjoy success, like he obviously did. Be humble, because everything we have comes from above. Everything. Well, I hope it didn't knock your socks off too much today. We do have birthdays. I've been remiss again because I did not write them down. I think we only have two today. First is my Friday morning men's group buddy, Todd Hollowell from Wake Forest University. Todd, I hope you have a great day, big guy. Miss seeing you guys. And second, one of my all-time favorite people ever, Myrnie Medley, has a birthday today. So Mern Dog, miss you and your smiling face and your uplifting attitude, your positivity. I hope you're having a great day with your family and your grandkids and all that. And you're one of the best. I love you too. All right, we got more birthdays coming up Monday. I'm not sure about Monday Morning Moment yet, because Monday is a holiday. How many people really look at stuff on Monday? So it may be that our Monday Morning Moment this week comes on Tuesday, because it's going to be a good one. It's about knowing what the right thing to do is. We're going to get that conversation started, because I think we are starting to lose sight of what that might be, the right thing to do. So there you go. That's it for today. And as always, may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and every way. I better turn this down. There you go. Turn the music down. May the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and every way. The Lord be with all of you. I want you guys to have a great Labor Day weekend. Stay strong. Keep the faith. Come back and see us next week. Until then, bye now.